Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a lovely day. And I was just going through this book that I was given by a friend. They started their journey on diabetes 14 years ago. Our journey started last year when my baby girl was about 8 months. So she started losing appetite, and we thought it's just normal, it's just a stage and it's going to end. And by the time she was turning 9 months, it was getting worse. And at this stage, she started losing weight. And I started forcing her to eat because she was getting more active. And she's a growing child, she needs to eat. But the appetite was shifting more into liquids, and she just wanted to have porridge and porridge and porridge and water and water and water. So I gave her more of what she wanted, and I gave her a lot of porridge during the day, at night. And then the third thing was she started now susuing too much, but it never hit me that it could be diabetes. So we thought because she's not eating well, she's just drinking very well and taking the porridge very well, she's bound to susu too much, or rather peeing too much. So it continued, and we visited the hospital because now she was becoming weak, and they tested for so many things, and they were not finding anything. So they were just confused as we were. So time went by, and now she developed a rash. She developed a rash which we tried to treat. We treated with hospital creams that we were prescribed, and it was not going away. It was a diaper rash, but it was not a nappy rash, because it was not going. It was such a stubborn rash. So now the doctor started thinking, because it went on up to like 10 months, and the doctor thought now she must be allergic to something. We were given anti-allergies, and we were told to watch what she's eating, because now this nappy rash is becoming something that she's eating, because it's not going away. We used different kind of soaps, and it was not going away. By the time she was turning one, now she became like it became a routine to visit the hospital all the time, because she's having flu, and we thought the flu was bringing her down too much, or she was just weak, she's not eating. So we visited the hospital so many times. We even became friends with the lab guy. So each time he saw us, and he knew he was testing the same kind of things. So when she turned one on her birthday, I remember on her first year birthday, she was so weak. She did not enjoy her birthday, and I was so concerned. 17 days later, after her birthday, she was very, very, very sick, and we rushed her to the hospital. She was weak, she was dehydrated, she had all sorts of weakness, if I can say that. So when the doctor saw us again, he was totally confused, and I thank God for that hospital and the same lab guy. I thank God for him, because he was just an angel sent from heaven. And whatever the doctor told him to test, he went against it, and he did not tell anyone. So he tested for glucose in her blood, and the figures he got were crazy. So he came running back to where we were seated. I remember it like it was yesterday. And he called me back to the lab and took a glucometer and pricked her finger, and the figures were crazy. Actually, I remember the glucometer did not have a figure, it just read HI. So I asked, what does that mean? And he said it means that her glucose is too high. The glucometer cannot even detect how high it is. And he started calling out for a nurse, the doctor, get a bed, it's an emergency admission and all. So we got admitted, but the hospital we were at, he's a family doctor and he's not a pediatrician, so he did not know what to do. So he started consulting from other pediatricians, what to do, and was told what to do. So we were given the first aid, and what scared me was when he said what the sugars were, the pediatrician was like, they need to be admitted and should not even try to go home with that child because it's going to be another case. And that was so scary. It was so scary. I've never been that scared. My firstborn son, I had an easy time. He's a strong, active boy and all. And here I am being told that your child is diabetic. At that time, I did not cry. It had not hit me. I was just confused. It was just a confusing time. And I want to go through with you this journey. I want, if you are going through the same kind of thing, or you know people who are going through the same kind of thing, let us create awareness out there. Let's create like a community out there, because I all my life I knew that diabetes was an old people kind of disease. I didn't know that kids could get diabetes. I've not heard of stories of kids with diabetes, but now I'm getting to learn that it's been there for a while, and I am in this also. So, and there are many women out there, old fathers out there, that are losing kids because they don't know what is going on. Or you visit the hospital and the kid is just tested for the same kind of thing that is normal to, I guess, to any general doctor, and the kid just dies. And it's something that is manageable. It's not a life sentence. It's something that is manageable. Right now, my baby is almost turning 1 year old, 2 years, sorry. She's almost turning 2 years old. It's a journey that I want to go through with you. So thank you so much for listening to this. I want to pray that more and better content is coming to you, and I'm praying for that in the future we are going to enjoy and have fun together. Have a lovely weekend and good afternoon.